Hello everybody, hope you're having a great day today. It's a beautiful day to be outside. I'm going to read you a story today called Jack the Drop Falls in the Smokies. We've talked a little bit about water and how to keep our water clean, so this story is going to go through there and talk about this. Okay. It was a busy morning in the clouds. All the raindrops were getting ready to fall in the Smoky Mountains. "Wake up, little Jack. It's almost time to fall as rain," said wise old Grandpappy Drop. And there they are. They're all getting ready. Jack was very excited and a little scared. This would be his first time falling as rain. Grandpappy would be right by his side, guiding him on his adventure. Jack thought for a moment and then asked Grandpappy, "Why do we rain in the Smokies?" "Because," said Grandpappy, "the Smokies are full of wondrous life. Trees, birds, animals, fish, and flowers, and they all need good, clean rain to live and grow." Jack nervously glanced over the side of the clouds and down onto the mountain range below. "Look, Jack," said Grandpappy, "I see the mountains right below us. Let's jump." Jack took a deep breath. He squeezed Grandpappy's hand tight, and he boldly stepped off the edge of the cloud. Oh, do you think he was a little scared? Yeah, when it said that he squeezed his Grandpappy's hand tight, he was really scared. He's a little raindrop, and this is the first time he's ever dropped that far. And think about how high the clouds are and how far below the land is. So yes, Jack was definitely scared. "Hurrah!" said Jack as he felt the crisp, fresh air blowing past him. Grandpappy was proud of Jack for being such a brave drop, and soon he caught sight of a nice spot for them to land. "We'll land on the leaf of that tulip tree, Jack." This is our state tree in Tennessee, a tulip poplar. See the shape of the leaves? It kind of looks like Sylvester the cat's face. And right now, tulip poplars have a beautiful little yellow flower on them that's blooming right now. So they landed right on that tulip poplar leaf. Looking up from the leaf, Grandpappy spied a pair of old friends on a branch above them. "Looks like we have some company. That's a pair of peregrine falcons." The birds were on their way to nest on the mountain cliffs. Jack's eyes widened as he gazed on the enormous birds. "Look at their giant wings," he gasped. So peregrine falcons are a kind of bird that live in the Smoky Mountains as well. "Head for that stream, Jack, and we'll float down the mountain," said Grandpappy. Jack spied a family of bears on the stream bank. He thought the bears were marvelous creatures. The mother bear was teaching her cubs to search for delicious nuts and berries to fill their tummies. So there's our black bears that we have living here in the Smoky Mountains too. Jack is getting to see all kinds of cool stuff on his little journey, isn't he? Suddenly, the water around Jack began to swirl and bounce. Over the roaring of the water, Grandpappy called out, "Over the falls we go! Say hello to the brook trout down below." So a lot of our streams here in the Smoky Mountains have brook trout living in them too. So he's seeing all kinds of neat animals that he's never seen before because he never fell as rain. My pages were stuck together, it felt like. Okay. Grandpappy pointed out a happy family of hikers heading up the trail. "Jack, those hikers are walking upstream to the waterfall." Jack noticed that just like the mother bear, these parents were teaching their little ones all about the world around them. So there's all kinds of cool things that we can learn on hikes when we go. We learn about flowers and trees and the animals that live there. We learn about geographical features like mountains and plains and valleys and all that stuff. So we learn all kinds of cool stuff when we go hiking. "Oh my," exclaimed Jack. "Look at that bright orange creature." Grandpappy explained, "That's a salamander sunning himself on a rock and enjoying the cool mists from the stream." Jack thought how lucky he was to have someone as wise as Grandpappy to be with him. So we also have salamanders living around here. If you remember, I read you a book about the Great Smoky Mountain Salamander Ball. As they floated leisurely past a field of flowers, Jack sighed. "Ooh, look at all the pretty colors, reds and purples everywhere." "Those are wildflowers, Jack," said Grandpappy. "That's the bee balm. That's right here. Not bloomed yet, but it will bloom here in just a little few weeks probably. The cardinal flower, that must be that right there. The iris, which is our state flower, those bloomed just a few weeks ago. They're gone now. And the trillium. So that just bloomed a couple of weeks ago too. They all need our clean water to grow. Grandpappy waved a friendly hand in the direction of the stream bank. Look on the bank, little Jack. There's a ranger. But Jack could not take his eyes off the water ahead, and he stammered, "No, Grandpappy, look in front of us. There's a giant rock, and it's right in our path." Oh no, what's going to happen to Jack and his Grandpappy? Oh my goodness. Jack and Grandpappy crashed into the rock and they careened up in the air. Grandpappy wasn't worried. He knew that the stream side was lined with soft white trillium flowers. Jack just knew that it was fun to fly and tumble through the air. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? They hit it and went whee into the air. Jack and Grandpappy landed right in the center of one of the trilliums. "That was fun, Grandpappy," said Jack, "but after we have watered this flower, what happens?" "Then," said Grandpappy, "we evaporate back into the clouds so we can become Smoky Mountain rain all over again." Evaporate means for that to dry up. You know, like how when you boil water on the stove and sometimes you see that steam coming off of the stove, off the water, that's evaporation. It's the water has turned into a steam. So that's what's going to happen to these raindrops. The sun's going to beat down and turn these little water droplets into water vapor, and they're going to go up into the air, and they will become Smoky Mountain rain all over again. Jack wrapped his arms around Grandpappy and said, "I love you, Grandpappy." Grandpappy hugged him back and he said, "I love you too, little Jack." The end. Aww. So that was an exciting little story about Jack the Raindrop falling in the Smoky Mountains, isn't it? And so the next time when he gets evaporated and he goes back up into the sky, then all of those water droplets will condense. And you can do a condensation activity too. I know a couple of weeks ago I did a video where we made rain through the shaving cream, but I told you could also make water droplets if you boil some hot water and then put an ice cube in it, or not in it, put a plate on top of it and put the ice cube on top of that. Then the water vapor from the boiling water is going to hit that plate that's cold from that ice, and it'll form little water droplets. It'll condense. Okay, and there'll be little water droplets all underneath that plate. Now, that's what happens in a cloud. The water droplets all condense together, and then they get so heavy that then they fall to the ground as precipitation. Now, that could be rain, that could be sleet, that could be hail, and that could be snow. Those are our 4 types of precipitation. And water droplets can make all kinds of clouds. They can make cumulus clouds, which are the big puffy ones that we see shapes in. They can make stratus clouds and cirrus clouds that are the blankety looking type thing. They can make cumulonimbus, which are the thunder clouds, the rain cloud, the thunderstorm clouds. So there's all kinds of clouds that can be made from water droplets. So that's what a cloud is just little water droplets. Okay, so what this book just talked about was the water cycle. And I drew a water cycle right here. Okay, so I have here a lake or a river or a creek or whatever, a pond. And these little marks right here is the water vapor, because the sun is beating down on this surface water. It's getting it all good and hot, and it's creating water vapor, and that is evaporation. So from the evaporation then, they will condense together to make a cloud. That cloud will get so heavy with water droplets that the water droplets will fall to the ground as precipitation. And I drew raindrops, okay? So every time water goes through this water cycle, if it is dirty, it will clean itself just a little bit, okay? Because as it evaporates, it's going to leave behind some of that pollution when it condenses into a cloud. And then if the air is clean around it, then the rain will be clean. But if the air is polluted, those water droplets, when they fall to the ground again, they will pick up. That's how we get acid rain. Acid rain is formed from when these little water droplets pick up air pollution and take it to the ground. And we've talked about acid rain, the effects of it. It can kill small animals and your plants and trees and all that stuff. So it is very important to keep this surface water clean. So when you are out this summer and you're playing in the river and the creek, or you're at the lake, or you're fishing in a pond, please make sure to keep this surface water clean, okay? So that the water droplets, when they go through the water cycle, they don't have to clean themselves again, okay? Because it takes a long time. It's not just going once through the water cycle and boom, it's clean. It takes many, many times to go through the water cycle. So let's work really hard this summer as you are out visiting and cooling off and everything. Don't throw things into the water, okay? Because especially it's not good for the animals that live there, the aquatic life and the plant life and everything, but it's really not good for us because all that pollution will go into the water cycle too. And yes, it does clean itself every little bit, a little bit every time, but it takes many times for it to clean itself as it goes through this water cycle. So let's keep our surface water clean this summer as we're out enjoying our beautiful summer days that we're going to have. I would love to see you guys make a water cycle and show us a picture. You could use all kinds of things. You could cut the raindrops out of aluminum foil. You can make your clouds out of cotton balls. You can make your sunshine out of yarn, okay? I'd love to see some creative ways to make this water cycle. So if you do this, we would love to see a picture of it. You can post on this video. You can message us on Keep Cott County Beautiful through Facebook, or you can email us at kccbdirector@gmail.com. We'd love to see pictures of this, and we can post them on there. You could make the grass out of construction paper. I just drew mine, but you could make all this stuff out of any kind of media, which means any kind of materials, okay? All right, guys. Well, I hope that you all have a beautiful weekend, that you get out and have tons of fun. Remember to not leave your litter behind if you're outside playing and stuff. Please take it and put your waste in place. If you're able to recycle, we would love for people to start recycling. And I hope you all have a great weekend. I will see you on Tuesday. Miss Greta will be with you Monday, and I will see you guys on Tuesday, okay? We'll talk to you later. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.